Braden Lee, Krista, Israel Roca.
Nice.
As you guys just saw, yes, I won a trip to go meet Alex Hormozi for a day in Las Vegas next month. It is actually less than a month away. I was one of 49 other winners, and I'm so incredibly excited to go meet him. It's just truly a dream come true. A dream that I never even thought was even possible of coming true. But here we are, less than a month away. I'm going to meet and talk to Alex Hormozi. And depending on when you guys are watching this video, I will be meeting him on October 21st on a Tuesday in Las Vegas at acquisition.com. Now, the biggest question I have for you guys and personally myself is, what should I ask Alex Hormozi? What questions should I even bring him? Not to ruin the surprise and get into too many details, but yes, there will be some one-on-one time I will be having with Alex Hormozi, and I want to make sure I don't waste a single second of that time. I want to make sure that I'm bringing him questions that are actually worth being answered and questions that I just personally can't figure out my own. So what should I ask Alex Hormozi? But before we even try to tackle those questions, I want to ask you guys, what would you ask Alex Hormozi? Just pretend you were going to meet Alex Hormozi for an entire day, and a section of that day you got to speak with him one-on-one. What questions would you ask him? And I'm actually asking you, like, please put your questions in the comments right now. And I actually will do my best to select some of those questions that you guys have, and I will actually ask Alex Hormozi those questions on your behalf. So pause the video, whatever you need to do, and actually think about it. What questions would you ask Alex Hormozi if you could? And for myself and for yourself, are we thinking like entrepreneurial type questions, like starting businesses, owning businesses, running businesses, stuff like that? Would you ask him like a bunch of money questions? Or, like I said on the next one, specific business questions like, hey, what should I do for this marketing for my specific business? Should I price my products different? Should I hire more people? Should I fire some people? Would you ask him very, very specific questions about your business? Or would you actually just keep it very general and ask him like motivational type questions or lifestyle type questions? Let's just say you're going through a tough period in your life right now and you want some clarity on what you should do dealing with that tough period while still trying to run a business or anything like that. Would you ask them like motivational, what is the meaning of life type questions? So think about it for a quick second, pause this video and put those questions in the comments right now. And some background on me, my name is Israel. I'm actually a CPA, which is a certified public accountant. I actually have a undergrad and master's in business and accounting. I've had some small businesses before, but right now my main business is, of all things, I actually have an Alex Hormozi school community. So you know how Alex Hormozi is a co-founder of school.com? Well, I actually run a community all about Alex Hormozi. And yes, I had this community before I was even selected to go meet Alex Hormozi. Now can you guys see why I'm freaking out? Of all the people to be chosen, the guy who runs an Alex Hormozi school community got chosen. And if you guys are curious, my Alex Hormozi school community is all for business owners making around $10,000 a month or even more. Now, a question I have for you guys, and the question I've been asking myself every single day since I was selected is, should I be embarrassed to look in Alex Hormozi's eyes and tell him I run a school community about you? He's going to ask me like, hey, what businesses do I have? What business do I have right now? How am I making money? And I had to tell him, well, I actually run a community on school. And he's gonna be like, awesome, like, great. Thousands of other people are doing it. What's your school community about? And I had to look this man dead in the eye and say, well, you. My school community is about you, Alex Hormozi. So that's a little nerve-wracking, but I want to know your guys' thoughts and how I should even deal with that. Honestly, as I feel right now, less than a month away, I'm actually not too worried about it. I think he'll be slightly flattered. And as long as he knows I'm not doing anything illegal, anything trademark, anything copyrighted out of his name or acquisition.com, which I'm not, I think he'll actually be perfectly fine with it, especially since I am helping many small business owners, many entrepreneurs. I'm just funneling them through the education that Alex Hormozi provides. So if you guys want to check it out, by all means, go to alexhormozischool.com. It's a great community. As of right now, in this video, it is currently free, but that will change. So if you're watching this video, check out this school community right now and join, especially if it's free. And really quick, like I just told you before, what is my mission with this whole Alex Hormozi school community? Well, quite frankly, I just wanted to get a bunch of entrepreneurs and business owners who make at least $10,000 a month or even more and are also big content consumers of Alex Hormozi or followers of Alex Hormozi. They have read his books, they have watched his videos, all of that stuff. I wanted to get all of those people together in a group, aka a community. That way we can help each other businesses grow while under the guide and followings of Alex Hormozi. Because if you look in these photos right now, sometimes Alex Hormozi will host workshops in his headquarters in Las Vegas, and he gets a bunch of business owners together, but it's only like 50 or 100 at a time, and all these guys get to ask Alex Hormozi directly questions about their business. The thing is, the thousands and millions of us who don't have that opportunity, who are we going to ask? It's not like we can call Alex Hormozi. It's not like we can text Alex Hormozi. So the next best thing I figured was to ask other business owners who also follow Alex Hormozi your business questions. And that way we can come up with business solutions together while still doing it the Alex Hormozi way, if that makes sense. So now let's think about what is going to be the first and most obvious question I should ask Alex Hormozi when I get to meet him. Something that's just like, well, duh. And the first question I figured is, how should I grow my Alex Hormozi school community if you, Alex Hormozi, aren't even in it, or you're not the one running it, or you're not the one actually in there posting and answering questions and doing the live streams and doing the live calls, right? Because as of right now, it's only me and other business owners who run the Alex Hormozi community. It would kind of be like, let's say you had a fan club of Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan himself isn't in that fan club. So that's kind of what this is, right? How can I grow my Alex Hormozi community and get all these members in while still accepting that Alex Hormozi himself is not the one in there answering questions and posting and doing all this stuff, right? Like, it's just us, the business owners. So I'm very, very excited to hear what he's going to have to say about that. And that's quite frankly the biggest question I have for him, and will be the very first question I ask him. Let me know if you think that's a terrible idea. The second question probably will be like, I can ask him where he thinks I should probably be focusing on getting the most amount of members. There's obviously different options, especially with content, because you know Alex Hormozi pumps out a bunch of content, and that's how Alex Hormozi created this massive brand for himself. So there's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and over here I even added LinkedIn, because think about it. If I want a bunch of business owners in my community, a lot of business owners are on LinkedIn. However, my skill set currently and Alex Hormozi's biggest audience is on YouTube. So right now my target is, since you guys are watching this on YouTube, the YouTube audience. So I want to hear his thoughts in case he thinks I need to change that or stick with it. I think he's going to say stick with YouTube, considering he's all about having one avatar and one channel. But in case he's like, no, I think you should switch over to short content like Instagram Reels or TikTok, anything like that. Or if he wants me to start DMing people on Instagram, I'm happy to hear what he has to say, and I'll probably implement it. This is an interesting idea or question I actually have for him, and I feel like I already know what his answer is going to be. But maybe if I explain it, he'll kind of see what I'm trying to say. So after I grow the Alex Hormozi school to a certain size, I don't know what that number is. I kind of have an idea in my head, but I won't tell you just yet. Once I grow this community to a certain size, I kind of want to start a second business. But this business has nothing to do with Alex Hormozi. This business has nothing to do with school, quite honestly. And my whole premise of this is to build a second business following to the T exactly the Alex Hormozi way, like doing everything based off his books and based off his content, but have nothing associated with his name on it. And the reason I want to do this is so I can prove to all the other members in the community and all of you people watching here on YouTube that it is possible to grow and scale a business following Alex Hormozi to the T and still be successful. And I want to be able to prove this to people within the community by starting a second business. Here's the issue though. I know how Alex Hormozi is. I know the way he thinks, and you guys know the way he thinks. He's all about singular focus, just focusing on one thing massively and putting everything into it. So I have a feeling he's going to be like, well, that's stupid. Just put all of your attention, all of your focus in your Alex Hormozi community, in Alex Hormozi school, which makes sense. And I actually agree with him on that. But I just figured it would be a really incredible way, kind of like a proof of concept way of saying, hey guys, you can grow an Alex Hormozi type business the Alex Hormozi way. I'm going to do it and I'll prove it to you. But that's so down the line, so I'm curious to see what he says. I think he'll see where I'm trying to go with it, but I think he'll also tell me, hey, that's a cool idea, but put that on the shelf. Just focus on the Alex Hormozi school. And I'll be like, all right. Now this is kind of going back to my very first question I have for him, right? Like, how should I grow my business of Alex Hormozi if you, Alex Hormozi, aren't even in the community? I can go to him and be like, hey, be completely honest with me right now. Don't sugarcoat it. Is having an Alex Hormozi school community on school just way too hard of a sell, especially if you aren't even in it? I don't want to use the word quit, but should I pivot towards something else, something that's not so based on a single individual? And yeah, I'm curious to see what he says. I can see it actually going both ways. All that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And before you click away right now, once again, please think of any questions that you would ask Alex Hormozi. Anything at all, whether it's about your business, whether it's about your life, just anything at all, post it in the comments, and I actually will ask some of those questions to Alex Hormozi on October 21st. And the very last thing I have to ask of you guys, if any of this interested you at all, and you're an entrepreneur, or you're a business owner, or you just love Alex Hormozi, please check out my community, the Alex Hormozi School. Go to alexhormozischool.com. I promise you guys, you'll absolutely love it, especially if you want to grow your business massively within 30 days. I actually have an entire plan, day by day, very structured out, where you don't even have to think, quite honestly. You just have to follow the plan every single day, the Alex Hormozi way. But if all of this sounds too confusing, don't worry about it. Just join the Alex Hormozi School, alexhormozischool.com, and in that community will be the first people updated on how meeting Alex Hormozi went and everything that happened. So don't miss out. Check it out, alexhormozischool.com. I'll see you guys in the next video.